How you doing? This is a part 3 thing because the telephone, the enemy is fighting me to tell the truth because it keep on going off on me and usually don't. People on the internet knows who I am and they like to mess with my internet a lot. So I have trouble working with my phone because he aggravates me or she aggravates me, whoever they are, coming against me on my internet. So he turns it off and do what they want to do, my pictures and make me look crazy or whatever, like mess up my face and stuff. They really savvy on it. They know how to do things to hurt your feelings, mess up your pictures and stuff. But I'm standing and I gotta stand. Now, what I said is, Flex told me that, and I said, I'm not gonna deal with you because I went to you yesterday and you didn't tell me nothing about it. On face day, they gonna close my account. I said, what you trying to call me a thief? What I'm thieving all my money for? I'm not lying. If I had my money, I wouldn't be out here. Because I took care of myself 17 years in Farm Ridge. So why I would not do it now? Everybody fight me from not getting their money because they know it's a lot of money involved. This is Lynette, the miracle worker, talking again about this. Now, he got mad, so he said, I'm going to call my boss. I said, call your boss. He stood in there for a long time. And then when I seen her, she going to tell me the check is a withdrawal paper. I said, oh, he been telling her to believe that because she knew. And I said, no, it's not, miss. It's a checkbook. I had checkbook before. Now, a withdrawal paper, you draw the money out. A check you write to people and put them on and you give it to them so they can cash it for themselves or something, or you pay for your rent or whatever. I said, you don't know what a checkbook is. And you don't know a withdrawal is not a check. But if it was, well, I'm going to withdraw my money out like that. Where I got all that money withdrawing out? It's my stimulus check. I didn't know that they had put somewhere in the account. I don't know how they did it. But I know I learned something today that they had me get my check on the 30th, on the last of the month. And Christina saw that they was using some kind of way to take my money in a strange way. I can't really explain it because she's the FBI lady. She knows better than me. Now, she has figured everything out. They're supposed to pay me my money and then go investigate the people who stole it and put them in prison. That's how it's supposed to be. You're not supposed to let nobody wait for their money. That is not the way Wolf has been working with me for all my years. They give me my money and then they go see who was the criminal. And then they put them in prison. That's how the FBI is supposed to put them in jail or prison. They're not supposed to let them get away with a theft in a bank. Now, that's not for me to deal with the police. The police don't have nothing to do with that. The FBI got to investigate the people and them just as, and they do just as well as, see who stood in my money, looking at the ATM and put them in prison because they gave me the proof that I had big theft is in my hand. It's in a computer. Christina found out. She divided it. She worked on it for 4 months. And now they know it was a theft. And she, was supposed to make a way with them to make sure that they pay me my money. I should not have to do no police report. I called the police. They said they can't do nothing. I called them in New Orleans. Texas said they want me to give them. And then they must have told the police something because she gave the police. I called her up at where I was at the hotel. She came and gave me a case number. I gave it to them. And then they say, well, we can't have that. We have to have a paper. So they must have called and hooked up some kind of way with the lady. And I talked to her and she said, well, it'll take 10 days to get a police report. I said, that's not true. I said, they're still pushing me away. They know I got to come back home to New Orleans, so they don't want me to deal with, get my money. A police not supposed to have nothing to do with the bank. It's supposed to be the FBI. It's supposed to put them in prison and they supposed to pay me my money before they even go that way with them. They see that she divided, she gave it to me, and she showed me that they stole my money, and this is all of them here. The bank's supposed to pay me my money right away, and they're supposed to take their time and get the criminals and put them in Paris prison or wherever they at, because it's in Texas and New Orleans, right there on St. Andrew, some of them. Now that's not fair that I have to wait for them to deal with the criminal to get my money. That's my money. The bank supposed to protect my money. If they don't protect it, they're supposed to pay me my money when they see that it's a theft. And Christina proved that with all those papers, 26 papers, up and down. You could see that wasn't me. Because I didn't do much, because I ain't had no ride. So I stood home most of the time. The only time I went out is when I went to shopping for my groceries that one day and shopping at the mall. And then I went to maybe a party for one of my grandchildren by my children's house, but they ain't got nothing to do with spending the money. They need Wolf Forest and on Loretta in Texas need to put my money in the bank. Christina did the job, and she did it well. I should have my money right now without struggling with this man named Flex. He say he's a supervisor, and James that said nothing and looked at nothing in my hand that I had all the evidence. She didn't even look at it. She looked at it and said, well, a withdrawal paper talking stupid too. Don't know nothing. Tell me she knew. And then I called her up. She don't answer the phone. That's not right. You told me to call you, and I called you. I leave your message in my number. You didn't call me yet. Why is that? Because you don't want to give me no money. You know it's a lot. And I'm a black woman, and I'm an Indian, and I'm Italian, and I'm Egyptian, and all kind of other stuff, and a little black. Okay, so give me my money and stop pushing me all in circles. Y'all know y'all owe it to me. You're supposed to pay them off. That's what the bank up where I was in Spring did. Before I came down here, it was $400. I did discover because I was able to go to the bank, and they paid it to me. They paid me the money like it maybe 3 days, and whoever did it, that was on to them to see about. That's y'all business, because y'all supposed to protect my money. Jane, boss, that he called her, but I don't know, because she didn't act like she knew her work. She didn't even look at my paper, okay? She didn't look at my paper, and she didn't try to look at nothing. All she heard what I had to say, and she said, well, I said, I need to call you and see what's going on, because I don't need to go to no police. They can't do nothing. They can't go on those records. They can't go on that computer. That's not their job. Their job is on the street. The FBI took care of her business. Christina at Loretta Lake, on Loretta in Texas. The Walmart over there with the Wolf Forest on Loretta Street. She did the case. He talking about, and James talking about, we have to take time to investigate. It's a lot of work. No, it's not. Christina took care. It's done. Now you take care of the criminal. I ain't got nothing to do with that. And the police don't need that. That's your bank. You should have protected my money, and you should have gave me my money as soon as you saw the theft. That I showed you that you really didn't look at, and that you looked at a little bit, and you say that must be your checks. I said, I don't have no checkbook. Never did. Why y'all keep on telling me that's a withdrawal sheet? And I know even if it was, I didn't withdraw that, and I sure to make all those groceries every day and every month. I don't have that much room in my freezer. I do it once a month, and that's enough for me. Now, who did it? They need to check that out. I ain't have nothing to do with that, and the police needed to. They're supposed to be responsible and give me my money right away, because they see the paperwork that Christina did was nothing but that. But they don't want to look at it hard because they don't want to give me money. I pray right now that somebody, the president, somebody stand up for me for once. When y'all gonna stand up and help the citizens that's not getting fairly done right? This is not fair for me to be homeless, walking around back and forth trying to get things straight that they don't want to see about. Texas don't want to do it, and New Orleans don't want to do it. They all in together with this Wolf Forest Bank. I deserve to get my money right away and get out this mess they put me in, stealing my money for years. Now, somebody have a heart. I hope y'all hear this and do something to help me, because I'm tired of being outside, trying to stay clean. And I keep myself clean, but this is not right. I should be somewhere living in a house with that kind of money. But I don't want to go to a house. I'm going in a hotel somewhere, because I know the earth is not going to be so long. It don't make no sense for me to pack up a house and God talking about taking the earth and air out and all of us and put us in. This is judgment time. I want my money now, and I hope they do what's right. Because Wolf Forest, y'all not right to not do right by you, what you see. Now, I know y'all saw that paper, and that's why y'all look at that paper in my hand. Because he would have never knew about the checks that they did. A whole bunch of checks. I don't have no checkbook. That's evidence. If that's all I had got, that's evidence they stole from me. I don't have no checkbook. But I don't think they know what a checkbook is. But I want all my money, the checks and what they took out from the ATM and what they took out from regular things like San Francisco, whoever that is, robbing me, and everywhere else. You can see the pattern. I can explain to you the whole situation. I laid in that bed in the hotel and looked at everybody and how they went about it. I could be adding and let her know, and whoever want to know how they set this up. I seen it, and she did the job. Give me my money, Wolf Forest, and stop making me suffer because you don't like me as a black woman. And that's all it is. Because if it was a white woman, you'd have paid off fast in a hurry. And she wouldn't have to call the police. I never called the police from other deaths I had that Wolf Forest took care. Why now? Why you making me do it now? Because you know you're delaying and give me that money, then you're trying to find a way not to do it. Maybe you're waiting for me to die off somewhere so I won't get the money. But that's sad that y'all stole my money and y'all don't want to give me what's mine. It's not what's yours. And matter of fact, y'all should pay me more for suffering out here all this time. Asking y'all to do it, going back and forth to all y'all banks, calling on Wolf Forest over there in Texas, and y'all tossing me here and there, and y'all don't want to hear nothing I have to say. Y'all have a good night, and I hope somebody have a heart to help me and stand up with me, because I need to get off the streets.